Welcome to Christopher Reads. Tonight's presentation, Unexpected Reunion by Johann Peter Hebel. In Falun, in Sweden, some 50 years ago and more, a young miner kissed his fair young bride and said to her, "On St. Lucia's day, our love shall be blessed by the hand of the priest. Then we shall be man and wife, and build our own little nest. And peace and love shall dwell within it," said the beautiful bride with a lovely smile. "For you are my one and only. Without you I would rather be in the grave than anywhere else." But before St. Lucia's day, when the priest had called out their names in the church for the second time, death intervened. As the young man went down into the mine in his black miner's dress, for a miner always has his death shroud on him, he never came back. That very morning, a collapse in the tunnels buried him, and despite all searching, his body could not be found. Then the bride put aside her wedding dress and wept for him her whole life long. In the meantime, the city of Lisbon was destroyed by an earthquake, and the 7 Years' War passed by, and Emperor Francis I died, and the Jesuit order was dissolved, and Poland was partitioned. Empress Maria Theresa died, and Struensee was executed. America became free, and the combined French and Spanish power could not conquer Gibraltar. The Turks trapped General Suvorov in the Rimnik cave. Emperor Joseph died as well. King Gustav of Sweden conquered Russian Finland, and the French Revolution and the Long War began, and Emperor Leopold II also went to his grave. Napoleon conquered Prussia, and the English bombarded Copenhagen, and the farmers sowed and reaped. The miller ground, the smith hammered, and the miners dug for veins of metal in their subterranean workshop. In the year 1809, however, a short time before or after St. John's Day, as the miners at Falun were trying to open a passage between two shafts, they dug out of the rubble and vitriol water, 300 fathoms deep, the body of a young man, completely saturated with iron vitriol, but otherwise untouched by decay and unchanged, so that his features and his age were fully recognizable, as if he had died only an hour ago, or had fallen asleep at his work. When he was brought to the surface, father and mother, friends and acquaintances had long been dead. No one knew the sleeping youth, or knew anything of his misfortune, until there came the woman who had once been the fiancée of the miner, who had gone to the mine one day and never returned. Gray and bent, she hobbled on a crutch to the place and recognized her bridegroom, and more in joyous delight than in grief, she sank down over the beloved body, and it was some time before she recovered from her emotion. "It is my betrothed," she said at last, "for whom I have mourned these 50 years, and whom God has allowed me to see once more before my end. 8 days before our wedding, he went underground and never came back." The hearts of all the bystanders were moved to tears when they saw the former bride as a withered, helpless old woman, and the bridegroom still in the beauty of his youth. Now the flame of young love woke again in her breast after 50 years. When the body was finally laid in its grave in the churchyard, she said, "Sleep well now, for a day or 10, in your cool wedding bed, and let not the time seem long to you. I have but a few things left to do, and I shall come soon, and soon it will be day. What the earth has given back once, it will not withhold a second time at the final call," she said as she went away and looked back once more. This concludes the reading. Unexpected Reunion by Johann Peter Hebel. Narrated by Christopher Reeds.